But Virgil Gray's back to return the kick. We saw what happened when he returned the interception, how he almost went the entire distance with that. And that was through a lot of traffic, so we'll see if Gray might be able to break one through the kick return channel. So Rowan set to kick it off. Hammers it deep off the net. Gray plays it flush. It's out of the end zone to the 5-10. He's got a seam. Gets around Rowan. Goodbye.
There he
Virgil
goes.
Gray all the way. Touchdown, Rattlers.
This is Virgil Gray, baby. But he's made such an impact in this game so far.
Told you. And now we got some whistles after the play as the Rattlers came off the bench to celebrate, and that's right in front of the Spokane bench. But still, Virgil Gray, dang. Second look at this one on the replay. Gray gets through the first wave of defenders. Taylor Rowan, no chance. Goodbye.
And look at, I'm looking at, oh, that was a bad hit. That's what happened. Did you see that hit?
No, I didn't.
Virgil had stopped in the end zone, and I can't tell you who.
Number 6.
There, I don't know if you saw it right there, but Virgil had stopped, and I think they said 77.
77.
Hit him from behind. I mean, he just stopped.
Boy, that is just completely uncalled for. And
well, he's trying to knock him out of the game.
Yeah, wow. Well, Whitshak's on for the extra point.
Good.
Tied at 7 after Virgil Gray does the kick 6. 3:48 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a quick timeout here. This is Pro Sports Broadcasting on Nifty.
Fans, it's contest time and stands. Time for the Rattlers start the toss. And here's your host, Stefani J of the Rat Pack.
Thanks, Jeff. Tonight, please welcome tonight's contestant, Trevor. All right, Trevor, right now in midfield, as you can see, there's a giant-sized target. If you hit that target from right here, you have the chance to win the Arizona Rattlers prize pack. Are you ready? All right, Rattlers fan, make some noise. Cheer Trevor on. Fire when ready. Nice try. But, what do you think, Rattlers fans? Should we give him another chance? Second try? I think so, too. Couple hits. Fire when ready. Here we go. So close. Thanks for playing. We welcome you. Thank you, fans.
Back at the U.S. Airways Center, you just found out why we call Virgil Gray Mr. Electric. Did I tell you? He is a bolt of electricity.
He's made 3 huge plays in this game already. And 2 of them were on defense. That hit back down over here, you had the interception that was brought back all the way down, and now the kickoff.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 huge plays.
Yes, indeed. I mean, Gray is looking good. And I tell you, though, we've played 12 minutes of football. Nick Dobla has 7 passing yards, and it's only 7-7.
Right.
So, tell you, there's no better way to respond than after Spokane scores a touchdown with a kickoff return for a touchdown of your own.
Looks like the kicker for the Rattlers here, Whitsack?
Whitsack.
Yeah, he was warming up the ball there. It wasn't like squeezing; he was rubbing it on the carpet.
A little different there. Richard Dodd Masters needs to return for Spokane. Whitsack pounds it kind of slow, low, and wobbly. Dodd Masters on the hop of the 5 to the right side 10. Tries to get outside, but Kevin McCullough wrestles him, and he goes face first into the boards. That's a clean tackle.
Oh, it was. I mean, Kevin McCullough was actually going for the ball.
Spokane would be out of the 20, but the enforcement of that penalty is going to push him back to the 10. So it's going to be 1st and 10
at the 10.
At the 10, and that's where we're going to take another break here because we have a media timeout. We're media. So, 7-7, 3:38 to go in the first quarter. This is Pro Sports Broadcasting on Nifty.
attention around TV. It's time for tonight's Kiss Cam. If our cameras capture you on Rat TV, buckle up and kiss the one you're with. There it is. Where is it?
Welcome back to the U.S. Airways Center in Phoenix. Tied at 7, 3:38 to go in the first quarter. Spokane has the ball for the third time, and even though it's a tied game, Spokane has run more offensive plays than the Arizona Rattlers by a mark of 16-1. Usually when you have that lopsided of a number, you have a lopsided score on the board too. Not the case.
Yeah, no, definitely not the case because Virgil Gray has made sure of that.
So first and 10 of the Spokane 10. Marquis White, the man in motion. Rowley drops back, looking for White. Goes underneath for Himes at the 20. Sidesteps a defender and gets his feet chopped out from under him by Kevin McCullough. That's going to be just enough for a first down, a gain of 10.
That ball was nearly thrown behind him, and you know what would have happened there, right?
Kevin McCullough be running in the end zone and just be having a great time with it. So it's actually just short of the first down. It's going to be 2nd and 1 at the 19. So McCullough got him just a hair shy of the line. Rowley, quick hitter outside to Himes. He's got the first down and then some across midfield to the Rattler 21, where guess who? Kevin McCullough rides him down.
Yeah, Kevin McCullough has been on just about every play here.
About the only thing he didn't do was that big hit on Tompkins, and Gray takes credit for that one.
Yeah.
So I tell you, that's a pretty nice hit. So Spokane picks up the first down, 1st and 10 at the Arizona 23 coming up here. Tied at 7, 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. First round of the AFL playoffs. Great to have you with us here on Nifty. Adron Tennell is your man in motion at the top of the screen. Rowley dropping back. Looking, fires underneath. Almost picked off by McCullough. It's caught by White. And that's going to be a gain of about 5-6 yards. And it's going to bring up 2nd and mid-range for the spot.
I'm actually surprised that McCullough missed that ball. He sure looked like he was going to deflect it.
So I tell you, he hustled over there, and he almost got a hand on that. So McCullough is all over the place tonight. Virgil Gray is a one-man wrecking crew in the secondary. And the defensive line is getting a lot of pressure, too, pushing the Shock offensive line backwards. Defense looks good. Orton, the man in motion. Rowley drops back. Rowley has time, fires it over the middle. That's going to be complete to Tennell. Enough for a first down with this forward progress. And the Shock is going to have 1st and goal.
I think number 50 on Spokane should staple that helmet to his head. That's the second time he's lost it. Anybody got a nail gun?
Raymond McNeil needs to buckle the chin strap there. But it's a gain of 11, and now Spokane is in the red zone. 1st and goal at the Arizona 7. In the red zone this year, Spokane the best in the league, converting almost 90% of their chances in the red zone. 84 of 96 if you want to be exact. Orton, the man in motion. Rowley fires it over to him.
Ooh.
Marquise Floyd says, "Hi, Greg Orton, how you doing?"
The minute he caught that ball, he was hit. Was that right at the? Actually, I'm not sure. He lost a half a yard.
Yeah, he may have gone backwards just a little bit there. Still 2nd and goal. Now it's about the 7.5 yard line. So either way, no gain or a small loss.
And if it would have been thrown a split second later, that may have been taken back for a touchdown.
The only thing standing between Floyd and the end zone would have been some pretty green turf. Marquis White, the man in motion. Himes on the top. Fires it for Himes. Got his man. Fell down. Fumbled it. It's just going to be incomplete.
That's an incomplete pass. Yep.
Boy, we thought Marquise Floyd knocked that one out.
No, it's a good call.
And notice how, Kevin McCullough was right there ready to scoop it up. And I tell you, if that's a fumble.
That's a fumble. That's a touchdown.
That's right. Second look at that one. Himes tries to get it. He never really has possession. Floyd bounces it, off his shoulder pad.
Yep.
And I tell you, that was a nice hop right to McCullough. But that's how the first quarter ends. We're tied at 7. It's the playoffs on Nifty, and this is Pro Sports Broadcasting.
the end of the first quarter of play. Rattlers 7, Shot 7. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back the AFL's hottest dancers, the Arizona Rattlers Sidewinders. The Arizona Rattlers Sidewinders.
Back at the U.S. Airways Center, start the second quarter here tonight, 7-7, Arizona and Spokane. We were handed the first quarter stats, and we found a couple anomalies that were somewhat expected with the way this quarter went. The Arizona Rattlers time of possession in the first quarter, 46 seconds. Number of plays they ran on offense in the quarter, 1. Number of plays Spokane ran in the first quarter, 21. Difference in the scoreboard, 0.
And number of turnovers by the Rattlers, and both, right? One
each, yes.
Exactly.
So Nick Davila has 6 yards passing, and the Rattlers are tied. Go figure. Also, as long as we have a second here, a quick hello to a Rattler fan all the way in Austin, Texas, Matt Leishman joining us tonight on Nifty. We appreciate you doing that, as well as all the fans who've joined us all season. Just, hey, this is the number 1 most watched broadcast on Nifty.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
We are the number 1 most watched broadcast. Incredible on Nifty. And, hey, listen, if you got some questions for us, send it to Bob at prosportsbroadcasting.com.
Rowley throws it to the end zone. He's got it. Looks like it's incomplete, and we might have a pick. We've got flags. Rowley lost his helmet. Did Virgil Gray pick another one?
But there's
multiple flags down.
Yeah, the quarterback got.
But could those penalties offset depending on what they are? Only Scott Vaughn knows. He's our referee.
And let's hear. I don't know what the big discussion is. Either your quarterback was roughed up, or it was an interception.
It's multiple fouls. Let's see what we have there.
Number 20, and Jackson moved out of the box. That penalty is declined. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Number 70, that penalty being ruled half the distance of the goal. First down.
Well, there you have it.
So it lets Spokane slip out of a 3rd and goal. It takes away an interception, unfortunately, for the Rattlers. And Spokane will have the ball at about the 3.5-yard line with 1st and goal coming up here. But again, the Rattlers are known for making a lot of stops down in this part of the field.
Yeah,
the Rattlers so far this season have forced 23 stops in the red zone. That is impressive. Rowley fires. That's going to be too far. Marquis White could not get that one. 2nd and goal coming up.
You know, Rowley's been off a little bit tonight, and you know, I can't say that he's going to throw an interception here in the end zone, but he's going to be throwing some interceptions tonight. He's thrown one already.
Himes the motion man. Marquis White to the left. Tennell to the left as well. The bottom of the screen for those of you watching at home. Rowley drops, looking left, fires it. He's got Himes. Does he get in? He fumbled and he lost the ball. Did Floyd get it back? Yes, he did!
Hey.
Marquise Floyd, a tackle, a strip, and a recovery. What a defensive play. And that's a red zone stop that you need.
That was great. Now the refs are talking, but I don't know. And Rowley's raising his hands like he got a touchdown, but we're not so sure about that. And there is no replay here.
Here's the second look. Himes, did he get in? I don't think he did.
I don't know.
I think he lost that ball just short of the end zone. It fell out, and Marquise Floyd got it.
Let's hear what they said.
Challenge the rolling on the field of a fumble and a recovery in the end zone by Arizona, resulting in a touchback.
So we have a challenge.
There is a replay, huh?
So there is a challenge coming here. Well, this is an interesting wrinkle. So from the angle that we got to see on that replay on Nifty, we didn't see anything that was different from what was called on the field. Because you can't tell, because Himes' back was to the angle we saw, you couldn't tell where the ball was.
Right, I don't know if there's another angle to that, unless the refs have a different angle than what we have. Where do they actually go? Do they leave the stadium, or is there a...
No, I think there's a replay monitor set up somewhere. I don't know exactly where. It could have been back in the tunnel. I don't see it down in the corner down to our left.
And if it's inconclusive, then that call on the field has to stand.
Yeah.
So, you want to take a break while the refs are checking this out?
No, let's take a quick look at the other scores around the league.
Yeah, why don't you take a look at the other scores around the league?
Jacksonville looks like it's going to
host
host
like a
the
good
American
idea
Conference
there,
final here. They are leading Orlando 63-48 with a minute to go. Yes, a minute's a long time in arena football, but a 15-point lead's pretty good. And Dallas still leading Chicago 44-41 in the fourth. Could the Vigilantes pull a little bit of an upset there and force their way into the National Conference title game next week? Okay,
here we go.
Referees have come back on the field. Here's the call.
After review, the rolling on the field stand.
There it is.
There we go. That's huge. That is a huge call.
Yes, it is.
And just like I said, if it was inconclusive and you couldn't tell, you had to keep the ruling on the field.
Yep, and that was a great call there by Scott Vaughn, even going to the tape to look at it. So now Spokane cannot throw a challenge for the remaining 13:54 of the first half. So Davila is on the field, hopefully for longer than one play this time. Fires it right side. He's got Jackson. And he's got out to the 15. That's going to be enough for a first down.
Nice catch. Only Jackson could catch that one.
That's what they call throwing the ball where only your guy can get it.
Is that what it is?
Yes. So, I know that was obvious.
He didn't throw it up here to me.
No. But now look at it this way. It's the first Rattler offensive series that has consisted of more than one play.
Yes.
Jason Geathers, man in motion. Davila, quick hitter left. He's got Reed. Reed to the 20, hangs onto the ball this time. Pressed up against the boards at the 22. It's a gain of 7. 2nd and 3 coming up for Arizona.
Well, Davila doing what he does is taking what the defense gives him.
All right, so it's enough for a first down there. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 22. So, okay, I'll take that. Geathers again, the man in motion. Reed and Jackson at the bottom. Davila drops back, got some time, fires it, got Jackson.
Wide open.
Out to the 20, to the 15. Runs over a defender and gets to the 10. A nice gain there, and the Rattlers are moving down the field, and a flag is thrown in the backfield.
Right.
Let's see what that's for.
And who's that on? Is that a rough?
Hard to tell.
Let's see. Let's go down the field. Nope, it's on.
Well, it wipes out a real nice gain, and the Rattlers are going to be facing 2nd and 20. I'm sorry, 1st and 20. Check that. Those are the kind of penalties you really hate to see. Not so much because it's a holding penalty, but because of what it took away.
Right, that took away huge because Jackson had a wide open. It was wide open. It was a wide open catch.
Indeed, it was. Reads the motion man. Spokane jumped offside, and whistles are blown on that one. As by Spokane, either the Rattlers false start or Spokane really jumped off. Yep, Spokane jumped. So now it's 1st and 15 at the 17, and that's the first of the three, if you will, offsides you get. 2 more, and Spokane will be coughing up first down to the Rattlers for the rest of the night. So still first and a little longer at 15. Reed to the bottom, Geathers in the middle, Jackson the motion man. Davila drops back, he's got time, fires over the middle, and Geathers had it in his hands, and it just went in and out.
Wide open Geathers.
I think he may have been looking up. He may have been looking upfield instead of looking that ball in.
This offense for the Rattlers just can't click yet. They
haven't been out on the field
enough.
Yet. Exactly.
Right? They just can't click yet.
Now you think about it, this game started about 40 minutes ago, and this team has run exactly 4 offensive plays. Of course they haven't clicked yet. Jackson the motion man. Davila drops back, fires it up, going deep for Reed, too far. Incomplete, 3rd and 15 coming up for the Rattlers.
That was a good try there. He just overthrew him.
And again,
Davila just overthrew him.
He threw it somewhere that if Reed couldn't get it, nobody could get it.
Exactly. Rather see him do that. Don't want to see a pick.
Well, because I mean, we've still got 10:43 to go in the first half, and we've already seen 3 turnovers in this game. Geathers the motion man. Davila drops back, firing deep for Reed.
Oh.
God, he got hit there by Terrence Sanders, but
he got hit first before he even got that ball, and I don't know why there wasn't a flag over there on that. I just don't understand it. Did you see that?
Yeah, it seemed like it was either close or very quick, but either way now, as we take a second look at it there, yeah, it was kind of close. So 4th and 15 now is the more pressing issue for the Rattlers at their own 17-yard line. Geathers the motion man. Spokane may have jumped, but no flag. Davila throws it over the middle. Picked off, going for Reed. Other way with it is going to be Richard Dodd-Masters. Gets bumped out of bounds by Odie Armstrong at the Arizona 14, and Spokane gets great field position.
Actually, on that one, it looked like Davila tried to fit something where he couldn't.
Exactly. Square peg in a round hole. So 2 turnovers aside so far in this game. It's been a little bit of a sloppy affair so far this evening in terms of the ball security. But 2 turnovers each way is why we are still 7-7 with 9:42 to go in the first half.
And you're asking a lot out of your defense to keep on holding them. The defense has been very good so far tonight. The offense has been awful.
The offense has barely been on the field.
True.
Rowley drops back.
He got hit.
He got pushed back as he threw it. He still somehow gets it outside to Tennell.
But isn't that...
That's going to be considered a completion, and that's going to be a loss. That's going to be a loss all the way back to the 21-yard line. So instead of Rowley eating it, he tries to dump it, and it costs his team 7.
Yeah, he got smashed right at the point of release.
And why did he get smashed? Because the Rattler defensive line, namely Pittman and Hawthorne, were driving those Spokane linemen backwards.
You know, the way they're playing angry, the defense.
Yes.
They're very angry tonight.
Orton, the man in motion. Over the middle, that's caught by Tompkins. He gets taken down at the 15-yard line by Floyd. So it's going to be a gain of about 6 and still leave 3rd and about 11. Still either way, 3rd and long coming up here for Spokane. Because they're going to have to get all the way down to the 4-yard line to keep this drive going, or they may consider a field goal if it gets the 4th down.
Well, let's see if the defense can hold them in there again.
Tennell at the bottom, Orton in the middle, Tompkins Also out there, Tonello's going to be your motion man. Rowley drops back, looking left. Flag is down. 2 flags are down. Picked off by Vince Hill. Hill to the 15, going outside 20. Gets carried. No, he's broken away from another tackle. He's trying to get away from Tompkins, down to the 10, down to the 8. Another great defensive play. But
who are these penalties? There's 5 flags on the field.
Every single ref threw his flag on that play. And there are 3 flags piled up at the Arizona 16. 2 more at the Arizona 11.
I've never seen 5 flags on the field before.
I have never seen every official throw a flag on the same play. Now the question is, though, what are all these flags for?
I don't know.
So, of course, with 5 officials and 5 flags, Scott Vaughn's going to have a little meeting here while I try and figure out the United Nations in yellow. And we also, down on the field, I believe Vince Hill is down at about the 8-yard line.
Oh.
So Kevin Guy's coming out to look to check on his player. Referees are trying to keep him back on the bench.
Well, he won't let him see his player who's hurt?
He stopped him initially, trying to figure out that, thought maybe Guy was running on the field to try and argue the call. Let's go down for the call.
Offense, number 17. That penalty is declined. During the return, illegal ball from the back. Number 94. That penalty will be enforced. Half the distance to the goal from the spot from foul. First down.
Well, let's just hope that Vince Hill is okay here because, that would be a big loss. He's walking off. Hopefully he's
now keep in mind
he's
that
going to be back in here.
That foul happened during the return. Therefore, that's a pick. That counts.
Oh, yeah. Unbelievable. The Rattlers the defense has held him in this game so far. If they can hold him in this game, you watch out for this Arizona Rattlers offense in the second half.
Yeah. So Arizona's going to get the ball at their own 8-yard line in a game that, with 8 minutes to go in the first half, as in a usually robust offensive league, is tied at 7.
And you know what team wins a defensive game?
The team that commits the fewest turnovers, and so far
Exactly.
it's about 3 apiece. Neither team following that. Pass it. Wow, and Nick Davila almost made it 4 turnovers there. He threw it for Fox, who was behind Fox. Fox never saw it. And Richard Masters is going to have dreams about that one during the entire offseason.
Davila is actually telegraphing his passes tonight. I mean, if this was baseball, you'd say he's tipping his pitches. He's telegraphing.
He's locking on to one receiver with his eyes and not looking around the field. Of course, it doesn't help when you think the receiver's going to stop and he just keeps on going.
Yeah, you better forget that thing about him going up to Glendale.
Well, we'll try it again here. Fires it to the tight end, Booker. He rumbles his way out to the 20. That's a first down and a gain of 12 for the big man. And I tell you, Booker, a real nice tight end there. He was the man who caught the game-winning touchdown catch in Philadelphia.
Excuse me? Oh, you listen to it again. I'll tell you, Hammer.
He'll tell me during the next break.
Yeah, I will.
Inside, handoff to Odie Armstrong. Goes
on,
right,
Odie.
cuts back left, tries to get a block
There
from
he goes.
Davila. Odie to the 25, the 20, 15, gets nailed down at about the 10-yard line by a third of the Spokane team. The Odie Express is in drive. It's a first down for the Rattlers. It's first and goal.
There you go, Odie.
Love the fact that Odie was able to go to the right, stop, and come back. And Davila threw a block for him to free him up. A big gain there, and it's first and goal.
Well, teams don't realize how fast Odie Armstrong is. I mean, he's big, but he is fast also. And he can get away from these defensive lines easily.
21-yard rush for the Odie Express on that one. First and goal at the 9. Davila drops back, looks, fires it. He's got Gathers to the 6. Meets a couple Spokane defenders there in Marsh and Dodd Masters. Gain of 3. Second and goal at the 6 coming up here. Now, with the way this game has been so far, very sloppy, 3 turnovers on each side at this point. This is a pretty big drive for this point in the game.
This is a real big drive, especially, after this defense has really held you in here. It'd be a big lift if they could score here.
Take some pressure off that D. Jackson, the motion man.
Wide
fires
open,
it. Gathers, touchdown, Rattlers.
Wide open. You could see that one. Excellent. There you go. And the big thing is, way to go defense. Unbelievable. This defense has not broken all night. Yeah, Spokane has a score up there, but this defense has been great.
They have been doing a fantastic job holding the fort down. And now the Rattler offense is starting to click a little bit here. Might get something out of this. So, Whitjack on for the extra point. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Snaps high. Harris brings it down. The kick's good. 14-7. That's not a typo. It's 14-7. And we'll take a timeout here. This is Pro Sports Broadcasting on Nifty.
Advantage contest time for this. It's time for the Rattlers question of the night. And here's your host, Shannon of the Rat Pack.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Let's meet tonight's contestant, Brian. Answer tonight's question correctly, and you'll win an Arizona Rattlers prize pack. Here's the question. The song that gets Rattlers head coach, Kevin Guy, pumped up before the game is A, Lose Yourself by Eminem, B, Sweet Home Alabama by Leonard Skinner, or C, Ballin' by Young Jeezy. Now take a minute to think about it. Dan, help him out. Okay, Brian, what's your answer? B. Okay, he says B. Let's check out Rat TV and see if he's a winner.
Hey, Names Man, the song that gets me fired up before the game is Sweet Home Alabama by Leonard Skinner.
You are correct. You won an Arizona Rattlers prize pack. Thanks for playing the question of the night.
Back at the U.S. Airways Center in Phoenix, where, hey, we've had an offense sighting. The Rattlers have scored a touchdown. They lead at 14-7, 4:54 to go in the second quarter. Turnovers aplenty so far tonight. We've seen 5 of them, 3 by Spokane, 2 by Arizona. And I tell you, this has not been the prettiest of games, but hey, it's the playoffs. No one cares about pretty. Just win, baby.
You know what I said in the beginning, before the game started, was I didn't really have a feel for the game, and then I came back and said, it really depends on what this defense is going to do and how this defense comes out. Well, we know one thing. This defense has been great all year. So far in this game, they've been really, really good.
They have, because if they were not up to the task, this could easily be a 2 or 3 touchdown deficit. Witsack kicks it deep. Sanders there to return it off the net. He's got it cleanly. Gets out to the 5. There could be an illegal block, no flag thrown. He's got all kinds of room. Sanders going left 20, 15. Retries to catch him, and he does at the 3-yard line. A great return there, but I'm surprised there is no call for a block in the back.
There isn't. Oh, yes, there is. There is a flag on the field.
Yeah, I do see it. I couldn't see it by the fan there, but there is one down at the 17-yard line of Spokane. So this great return may be coming all the way back.
Right. You got a flag on down here about the 17-yard line. Is it? Are they picking up the flag?
Well, let's see what the call.
Now, yeah, that was a penalty on the Rattlers, and it puts Shock in a pretty easy scoring position right here at the 2-yard line?
First and goal from the 1.5-yard line. But again, a great return there by the Shock to get themselves set up and see what they do here. Burrell is not out there for Spokane, so it's going to be a toss to Micah King. King going to the outside. Does he get in?
No, he does not.
Marquise Floyd stood him up there, and the Rattlers hold. Now a little bit of pushing and shoving after the play, and it looks like Pittman's in there yapping away.
It looked like Pittman want to throw a haymaker down there.
The question is, can the Rattler defense throw another haymaker to Spokane?
Last time I saw a haymaker like that, Dave Isaac was throwing it.
With actual hay. Just inside 4 minutes left in the first half. Orton to the bottom, Himes the motion man. Marquis White at the top. There goes Himes.
There's a flag.
This could be a false start.
And
one of the fans
they're saying it's on the Rattlers.
Nope, delay of game. The play clock ran out. There's a great time if you're a Rattler fan to have Spokane lose track of time there. That one you put on the crowd.
So what were you saying now about Dave Isaac and hay throwing hay?
It involved actual hay.
Oh, okay.
Involved actual hay. So, 2nd and goal now from the 8. And again, the Rattler fans starting to get loud again. Try and make it a little bit more difficult for the Shock to communicate. Orton, the man in motion. Rowley fires it underneath for Himes. Does he get in? No. Virgil Gray and Kevin McCullough team up to stop him at the 2. It's a gain of 6. It's 3rd and goal.
You know, even if Spokane gets in here, the thing is they're making it hard. Every play is a struggle against this Rattler defense.
Indeed, they are making this, as we like to say, tough sledding. It is very tough sledding, especially when you're about 5 feet from the end zone. Rowley tries to run himself.
Oh, did he get hit?
He got hit, but there were flags thrown. I believe we're going to have a false start, or the play clock ran out again.
No, it was false start on Spokane. Did he get clobbered?
Yep, false start.
I'll tell you what, Spokane actually got lucky there that there was a penalty on that play.
Otherwise, Marcus Pittman would have been counting Kyle Rowley's nose hairs. He was that close, just right off the jump and bam.
As the fans get pumped up.
And they're waving their rally towels. Trying to rally the defense to a 4th stop of the evening. Orton, the man in motion. Rowley takes the snap, looks right, fires it. That is broken up. Nope.
No, caught. Touchdown.
Sorry. I caught the man underneath and not Orton. My mistake.
Nope. Touchdown.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to have a minute to go here as when the Rattlers do get the ball back.
So rolling on for the extra point, 14-13. Now keep in mind, with Rowley the quarterback as a holder, there may be some chicanery afoot at some point tonight.
Chicanery?
Chicanery, tomfoolery, something you don't expect.
I don't know. I think Rowley doesn't want any part of the Rattler defense right now. And he missed it. That is huge. That is huge right here, because if the Arizona Rattlers take this ball down and score, they're going to get that ball back in the second half.
Indeed they are, but right now we're going to take a timeout and think about that. This is Pro Sports Broadcasting on Nifty. The Rattlers lead at 14-13.
Please welcome back Shelby and the Sunblinders as they drive out a delicious dinner of break-up pizza from Coach and Williams to Mario Lucky Rattlers fan, and also an order of wings. You're a winner of free dinner if you're signed in. Section 101, row 6, seat 16. Congratulations and enjoy your Brigham and pizza and wings from Coach and Willie's. The fun continues after tonight's game at Coach and Willie's.
Back at the U.S. Airways Center, 1:26 to go in the first half. Spokane got a touchdown to get back within a point, but shanked the PAT as Taylor Rowan missed that one wide right. 14-13 your score.
That could be a huge point right there so far in this game.
Now keep in mind that Arizona should be getting the ball back here unless Spokane tries a little sneaky onside kick. But also, too, Arizona gets the ball to start the second half. This right here is a chance for the Rattlers to really open up some breathing room. And if you could maybe get, maybe a 15-point lead in a game that's been played this ugly, that might be enough. But, again, it's arena football. You never know.
It is arena football. You're right.
So I think the fans they're starting to get more and more into this. I think they're just waiting for another big play. Maybe from that guy right there, wearing number 4, Virgil Gray, back to return the kick. Remember, we already brought one back tonight. Rowan hammers it deep. Off the iron, Virgil Gray's got it. Gray cutting left, cutting back right, ran into about 3 shock defenders and has plopped on his face at the 4-yard line.
Actually, I don't mind in this position here that he didn't bring it back.
Because you've also got the overhang to contend with, too, and that's a great nullifier.
I'm surprised that I thought it hit that overhang. Because it sort of like seemed to die.
Yeah, it just didn't have a natural flush bounce coming off there, but looks like, I believe we're going to have a timeout on the field. We will take it as well. 1:18 to go in the first half. 14-13 Rattlers lead and have the ball.
On the field, White Row footballs.
Four minutes to go there. Question is, will it be the Rush or the Vigilantes in the National Conference title game next week? We will see.
You got to love dance cam, man. I'll tell you.
How can you not love dance cam?
I'll tell you. I'm up there. I'm dancing right now. I just don't know why they won't show me.
I don't know why either.
Actually, I got a guy sitting 2 seats. The guy sitting next to you is really driving. I'm telling you.
He's gone from the sprinkler to the Dougie. And back again.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a good thing we're not on camera.
I'll tell you.
All right, I think we are getting close to getting back ready to go, but I tell you, the Rattlers got to find a way to start actually scoring on offense because, again, so far, 1 offensive touchdown, 1 electric Virgil Gray kick return is all the points on the board. And I think Nick Davila wants to try and find a rhythm and also find a way to milk this clock down. So, I mean, we're back in play. The clock's running, but the play clock's at 12. There's only 2 seconds left before the 1-minute warning. So you know what? That was 15 fun seconds.
Oh, yeah.
1-minute warning it is. So there you go, 3 timeouts
Yeah,
for
we're
Arizona.
gonna keep it right here.
We might as well, because again, it's 3 timeouts left for Arizona, only 2 for Spokane. Remember, they tried that challenge earlier in the first half on the Himes fumble that was recovered by Floyd and were unsuccessful. So it cost them A, a timeout, and B, the ability to challenge for the final minute of this half.
Do you have any idea where you buy orange oven mitts?
I don't know, but I'm sure that there are probably plenty of retailers that sell them, and probably a lot of them up in Spokane.
And now they have decided to take a TV timeout, haven't they? So they'll just totally destroy the flow of the game.
Well, in that case, since we have a TV timeout, Dave Eisen will be teaching us the Dougie. We'll be back in a minute. This is Pro Sports Broadcasting on Nifty.
T-shirt time.
Back at the U.S. Airways Center in Phoenix, getting close to getting back underway. As long as you have a second here, a couple quick headlines of the day in sport. Just kind of take a little pause from the action on the field. Philadelphia Eagles made 2 moves today. Both are kind of surprising. First, they signed top cornerback Nnamdi Asomugha away from the Raiders. And then they found Mike Vick's backup quarterback after Kevin Cobb was traded to the Arizona Cardinals. The new backup quarterback in Philadelphia is Vince Young. Vince Young. So Michael Vick and Vince Young are 1-2 on your quarterback depth chart.
Wow. That, I think that's pretty darn good. And you know what? I like Vince Young.
Got a great record as a starter. I think it's like 30-17. But the question is, what can Davila do for the Rattlers here with Geathers in motion? Davila drops back, got time, fires it for Fox. Fox to the 15, Fox to the 20. He gets a first down, and that's a gain of 15 yards.
And a timeout.
Okay, so Spokane takes the timeout, just trying to keep more time on the clock. 51 seconds remain. Again, all timeouts will be 30 seconds long in the remainder of the half here. And Spokane used its challenge earlier, so Arizona could still throw a challenge if they have something that they want to question.
And here we go. We think. I don't know about you, man, but I'm hungry.
You know what I'm hungry for? I'm hungry for
a win.
A win. I'm hungry for a touchdown. You know what else I'm hungry for? A big Odie run. Because remember, he had that 21-yard rumble earlier in this half, actually in the last drive. And with Spokane being the worst rush defense in the league, wouldn't surprise me. Davila fumbled it. Did he fall on it? Yes, he did.
He got it back, though.
Whew, he tried to hand it off to Odie, and boy, Davila fell on it. Thank goodness. It's a loss of 5, and thankfully not the ball.
But now Spokane actually took their final timeout. Am I correct?
You are correct. Again, they're just trying to conserve clock.
But now, actually after that fumble that was recovered by Davila, actually it's in the Rattlers are in the driver's seat. Let's keep it right here.
We might as well, because think about it. Now this opens up the middle of the field to the Rattlers because they have complete control of the clock for the final 45 seconds. If they can convert the second about 15, 12, 15 yards here, they can start working that clock down and try to score on the last play of the half. Okay, so second and 13 from the 16 officially, loss of 3 on the botched handoff. Davila going for the passing this time. Fires it up top for Jackson. He did not catch
a penalty right there.
Absolutely.
Yep, that was pass interference. And
that's on Marquise Charles. The guy signed earlier
this week. There's little action going on. Here we go.
Now the question is, though, is that just the garden variety pass interference or kind of deliberate? Because if we take a second look at it, Charles never looked back for the ball. Nope, it's the 10-yard variety.
Yeah, you're right, though. He never did look back at the ball for the ball.
So because of that, it's a 10-yard foul and not a spot foul. Either way, it's a first down for the Rattlers. And they are going to get up to the Spokane 24. So 39 seconds to go now. And we'll see what Davila and company have cooked up here.
I don't know, the refs may have blown that call.
Geathers on the bottom, Jackson your motion man. Davila drops, got time, fires it, got
wide
Geathers
open.
at the 10. Geathers trying the wall. He tries to get around Richard Godmasters, but instead gets down inside the 5. First and goal, Arizona.
And you know who I want right now, don't you?
Beep, beep.
Beep, beep.
The Express.
Woo, 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 woo. That's what I want. I want a little Odie. Come on, guys. Say it out there. I know you're going to say it in front of your nifty TV just like me. Woo, woo. We want a little Odie Express. How about a big Odie Express?
Gain of 20 there gives the Rattlers first and goal at the 4. And with 30 seconds left and 3 timeouts, you got to try running it against the weak Spokane rush defense. Davila takes it himself, flops ahead to about the 1. So a gain of maybe 1 or 2 on that play, depending on where you spot it.
They're trying to take some time off the clock, and right now I would give it to Odie. and let Odie push everybody back into the end zone.
It'd be like a bowling ball and a helmet. Something you're rather familiar with, bowling balls.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. And it looks like Arizona's going to call its first timeout to conserve time. 13 seconds left in the first half. Again, second down and goal from the 1 after Davila flopped ahead using all of his 6'3" frame to get those 2 yards.
This would be a huge score right here, especially with Arizona up by 1 and then taking a nice lead if they could with a touchdown into the locker room and then getting the ball. First drive, second half.
That is exactly what it comes down to right now. But again, you still have 2 timeouts if you're Arizona. The middle of the field is an option. The running game is an option. And it's basically right now 6 feet from 6 points.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised they want to take off a little bit more time here, too.
Well, let's see what they do. Gathers your motion, man.
Odie.
Nope. Fake bootleg. Davila. Fox. Touchdown, Rattlers.
That was a great play.
Glenn Fox got open in the back of the end zone. Davila on a nice little bootleg run. Gets in there, 20-13. Jason Witzak on for an extra point. If he hits it, now we got an 8-point lead.
You know, that was that was a great play because
it was the last thing you expected.
Spokane thought that they were going to maybe toss it to Odie, but no, they caught the receiver in the back end of the end zone.
Witzak on a nice little crossing route to the back. Davila on the rollout. Money. So Witzak on for the extra point. Got it. 8-point lead for the Rattlers. 8 seconds to go in the first half. Let's take a timeout. This is Pro Sports Broadcasting on Nifty. Back at the U.S. Airways Center, we have assorted whistles after what looked like
we got our rally towels.
Indeed, we do.
I'll tell you.
So, 8 seconds remain. Arizona has an 8-point lead.
These towels really come in handy, you know?
Indeed, they do. So, 8 seconds left in the first half. 8-point lead for the Rattlers. A kickoff coming up here, and again, kick coverage is going to be important. The last time Spokane got a kick return, they brought it down within the 3-yard line. So can the Rattler kick coverage unit get down there and make a play? Witzak boots it away.
Nice kick.
Off the net, Sanders has it there. Comes out to the 5, to the 10.
Come on, let's get him.
And Vince Hill waits for him at the 15. That's where he falls down. 5 seconds remain, and Spokane has the ball 35 yards from the end zone.
All right, let's play him deep.
At this point, it's time to maybe play a little more of a prevent defense because really with 5 seconds left and no timeouts, it's one play for Spokane.
Yeah, I mean, you need to stop him here because what you don't want is a touchdown with the possibility of tying it up.
So Rowley's out there, the kicker is not, so Spokane's just going to go for it here, and you know what, why not? So 5 seconds left, Hines at the bottom, White the motion man. And it's going to be Tompkins, the other receiver. There goes Hines in motion. Drops back, Rowley looking to pass, fires it. He's got Hines at midfield.
That's not what you want.
And
time's out. That's it. The ref is saying 1 second to go.
So a little confusion there. Either way, Rowley's going to get credit for 1 second.
So what are they trying? They're going to try a field goal?
So either way, it's 10 yards and a first down, and
No.
yes, they do, because Rowan's out there, Sheffield's out there, your holder. So it's going to be about a 38-yard field goal attempt here with 1 second left in the first half, actually from 39. Virgil Gray is back to return it, and keep in mind, this year, he is the only player in the Arena Football League to run a missed field goal back for a touchdown. You never know. Spot's good. Kick is away. It
Blocked.
is short. It is blocked. Gray has it. Now, will he run it back? Gray, 5, cutting right. 5 to the 10, 15. Laterals it to Vince Hill. Hill gets across the 20. He falls down. Hangs on the ball. So
that's
the field
all right.
goal is wide. It's partially blocked. And the Rattlers take an 8-point lead at halftime. 21-13. Arizona leads Spokane. This is the 2011 AFL playoffs on Nifty TV.
Hey, ninth man. Tonight's Kia halftime show starts in 60 seconds.
Whatever you want, whatever you need, a low price is guaranteed. You can have it now, you don't have to wait. You can buy a lease to own the Aaron's way. Nobody beats Aaron's, nobody, nobody beats Aaron's, nobody.
Rules of the game brought to you by Napa. Napa know-how. 8 players per side on the field. Players may be offense or defense. The clock runs non-stop until the final minute of each half. No punting. No stunning or twisting. One receiver may move in forward motion before the snap. Rebounds off the net are allowed. Players can be tackled into the wall. And that's the rules of the game brought to you by Napa. Napa know-how.
All of those American dogs are performing incredible feats, and here to perform some amazing tricks tonight are 3 incredible dog team members from Jump, the ultimate stunt dog show. Chewy, Little Sid, Rock the Water Dog, and their trainer, the dog man in Las Vegas, Lou Mack. Rock is a 2-year-old shepherd mix. It's one of the most talented trick-or-treat catching dogs in the world today. Little Sid is a 5-year-old kennel dog who's an incredible acrobat in the air. And the newest star of the team is Chewy, who is a 2-year-old blue lady that can fly up to 10 feet in the air for this. You may have seen this pocket right time out. Now David Letterman, Jim Leno, Animal Planet for TV sports specials. Welcome the 2-time world champion freshman dog trainer, the dog man of Las Vegas, Lou Mack, and his incredible stunt dog team of Chewy, Little Sid, and the incredible Rock the Wonder Dog. That's right, the underdog, and let's hear it for Lubeck's Jump. The ultimate Sun team of Julie, Sid, and Rock the Underdog. Let's hear it one more time for Lubeck.
Style points don't show up in the box score. Talking a good game has never won a championship. And we're sorry to break it to you. It's not the shoot. It's the work, the pride, the blood, and the tears. Because Russell's looking sweat out of the equation. Russell's might outmarch the rookie teams in fleece. The next evolution of a 100 years of raw performance.
Are you a weekend warrior? Do you know where to turn to if you get hurt? We do. At Foothill Sports Medicine Physical Therapy Centers, we provide an individualized hands-on treatment plan based on your specific injury. We aim to restore function and to prevent re-injury. Call or stop by any of our 12 convenient Valley High locations to receive a free assessment.
Whatever you want, whatever you need, the low prices guaranteed. You can have it now, you don't have to wait. You can buy a lease to own the Aaron's way. Nobody beats Aaron's, nobody, nobody, nobody beats Aaron's, nobody.
Rules of the game brought to you by Napa. Napa know-how. 8 players per side on the field. Players may be offense or defense. The clock runs non-stop until the final minute of each half. No punting. No stunning or twisting. One receiver may move in forward motion before the snap. Rebounds off the net are allowed. Players can be tackled into the wall. And that's the rules of the game brought to you by Napa. Napa know-how.
To the right people to do the right jobs for a successful outcome. Contact the official controller and accountant of the Arizona Rattlers, my business partner, to find out how you can get the right people to do the right jobs without having personnel to your payroll. My business partner is your partner in success. Rattler fans, be sure to catch Arena Football Friday nights on the NFL Network all season long and throughout the playoffs. Visit arenafootball.com for the complete game schedule and contact your local cable or satellite provider for NFL Network subscription information. Rattler fans, be sure to catch all the exciting action and replays of the 2011 Rattlers season online with Nifty. Visit arenafootball.com and click the live feed link. Don't ever miss a snap again. The The Arizona Rattlers would like to thank Small.
Back at the U.S. Airways Center, we are just moments away from starting the second half of tonight's game. Arizona leads Spokane 21-13 in what has been an ugly turnover-marred first half. We've seen 5 turnovers, 12 penalties, bunch of incomplete passes. But yet, even though Spokane has a 2-1 advantage in time of possession, Arizona's got the lead and the ball to start the second half. How big would a touchdown be to get a 15-point lead, given how sloppy this game has gone so far?
Well, it would be huge, absolutely. Coming out here, if they could get up, like you said, that 15-point lead, it would be, let's just say, difficult. Especially if the defense, the Arizona defense, keeps on playing the way they're playing, because they have played a terrific game so far. Hopefully they can carry that through. And I expect the Arizona offense to be much, much better this second half.
I agree 100% with that. I mean, Davila, 9 for 14 with 1 interception, 80 yards and 2 scores in the first half. Not necessarily Nick Davila numbers that you expect, but at this point, as long as you win, it don't matter what the numbers look like. And, defensively, Marquise Lloyd's been all over the field, 6.5 tackles in the first half, plus that forced fumble and the recovery, and when he stripped Randy Himes at the goal line. Kevin McCullough's looking good, the man they call Chainsaw. Love that nickname. 5.5 total tackles so far tonight. He has been all over the field as well, putting out some pretty big hits. So,
and the Virgil Gray, I mean, we've mentioned that name all year long. Huge plays.
3 big plays in the first half. A real big hit on Brendan Tompkins. Another interception, the first one of the night, actually, and he had the presence of mind to run it out of the end zone. He almost scored a touchdown on that. And then after Spokane got their touchdown, he took the kickoff back, and he did score a touchdown.
Yep, and he sure did.
So it seems like right now, Arizona, if they can score a touchdown on this opening drive of the second half, would be in real good shape. And, it'd be a great way to start the second half, especially, too, now that we have remember, the Rattlers are now wearing those all-black jerseys, supporting their own blackout. And I tell you, they look sharp, they look aggressive in them. But the question is, though, can they get that win on the scoreboard?
Let's see them take this one down. Let's see them put together a good drive.
Because if they do get this win and avenge their first 1-point loss of the season, waiting for them in the second round would be the Chicago Rush.
All right,
the other team that dealt Arizona a 1-point loss this season.
And let's not get into that yet. There's still a lot of time to go here in this, this whole second half. So let's just play it. Let's just worry about this game. And I'm sure Kevin Guy had a nice talking to these guys, especially his offense in the locker room.
Yes, indeed. But it did go final. Chicago nipped Dallas 54-51. The Chicago Rush swept a 3-game series from Dallas this season. That's pretty hard to do. Beat one team 3 times in 1 year in football. So, second half about ready to go. Virgil Gray back to return. Taylor Rowan out there to kick it off. And the fans are up, waving their rally towels. So
we're not waving our rally towel right now.
I am.
We were.
I am. Anyway, so can Virgil Gray break another one?
I don't know. Can he?
Well, Rowan hammers it deep.
Oh, that thing almost hit the clock.
That's going to be loose in the end zone. Gray picks it up off the hop, gets around one defender, cuts back to his right, out to the 5, out to the 8, 9-yard line. And given how deep in the corner of the end zone he was, that's a pretty good return.
That was actually a very, very good return. I'm surprised that he was able to get out of the end zone at all.
But still, that's just the craftiness and the shiftiness of Virgil Gray, whereas we've heard from the other players this year, you give him half an inch, he'll take you for 55 yards. So, the big question, what can Davila and the Rattler offense do on this series? A very important series to open the second half tonight.
And you're right, let's see what they do here. And I expect better things in the very first play in their first series.
Gathers to Reed. And that's going to be caught, and we've got flags. We got a flag down, one on the 10-yard line, one on the 13-yard line. Reed may have a gain of about 4 if this stands, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So referee Scott Vaughn talks it over with the rest of his crew. Scott Campbell, the umpire, Steve Sterling, the head linesman, line judge Kelly Salfeld, side judge Larry Orico.
Number 95, pass interference, offense, number 3. Those penalties offset.
Offsetting.
There you go. And Derek Roan Dundies are back, Judge, by the way.
Guess we got to play that over again, huh?
All right, 1st and 10 from the 9, take 2, action.
Davila keeps on having this type of night. We're going to put Dave Isaac out there. Dave, you better put your uniform on and
maybe we'll have Greg Isaac go out there. We'll just put in the inevitable Isaac to be named later. There you go. All right, Davila on 1st down again. Drops back, fires it deep. He's got a receiver. It's a 1st down. Terry Reed, that's who's got the ball. Sanders brings him down, but Arizona gets a big chunk of yardage, and the Rattlers are moving downfield quickly.
That was a good catch, but it was a better throw. That throw is right on the money.
That was right where, if Reed didn't get it, nobody else would. And now the Rattlers, that's actually their longest play of the night. It's 1st and goal on the Spokane 9. They went basically from one 9-yard line to the other. It's a 36-yard gainer.
I think there's more people in here the second half. I think they're bussing them in.
Keller's the motion man. And we got flags. We may have had a false start on Arizona. Yep. Yeah, Odie got a little bit of the happy feet there and stepped forward before the snap, and that'll push it back to 1st and goal at the 14.
It's hard to hold back that locomotive, that Odie Express.
Because if that Odie Express gets in motion, don't stand on the tracks in front of him. Remember, he's already ripped off a big 21-yard run earlier tonight in his only carry. So Reed on the bottom, Geathers in the middle. Jackson on top. Geathers will be your motion man. There he goes. Davila drops back. He's got time, a nice pocket. Fires for Jackson, complete to about the 6-yard line. Gain of 8 and 2nd and goal from the 6 coming up for Arizona.
Again, Davila taking what the defense has given him. Gave him underneath, shot him underneath.
And that's one of the things that leads to his effectiveness as a quarterback. And again, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, he tied the all-time AFL record for touchdown passes in a season with 117 of them. That is insane.
Some guys don't even have that in an NFL career.
Nope. Geathers in motion. Davila's got time, fires it.
Oh,
we've got a flag down.
There has to be a flag on that.
Well, there's no flag in the end zone, but there's one on the 11-yard line that might be holding on the Rattler offense, and Kevin Guy is none too happy.
Well, I'm surprised there isn't offsetting penalties there because it looked like the receiver on the Rattlers got hit early.
Yeah. Geathers got jammed up with a couple of defenders in the Spokane secondary there.
Let's take it down the field.
Spokane's going to decline it.
Holding. Number 55, offense. That penalty is declined. 3rd down.
So Spokane declines. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 6.
Spokane doesn't want to do that. You know why?
They don't want to keep giving the Rattlers chances?
No. You know why they don't want to decline that penalty?
Why?
Rattlers are going to score a touchdown right here.
Well, Reed's on the bottom, Geathers in the middle. Jackson takes his first swing as the motion man tonight. Davila drops back, pumps, fires a floater for Jackson. Picked off in the end zone. Oh, my goodness.
That was horrible pass.
Antoine Marsh faded back into pass coverage and was able to pick off Davila, and that is not what you want to see.
No, you don't want to. Not what you want to see on that first drive. That first drive, you wanted to see some kind of points come out of this. Now you give Spokane a chance to come down the field and even tie this game.
And I believe we're going to have a TV timeout here, so we'll take it as well. 11:52 left in the 3rd quarter. 21-13 Arizona. This is Pro Sports Broadcasting on Nifty.
All right, 9 man, time for entertainment that can be beat. Time for tonight's Bongo Game. All right, Amani J showing you.
Second half, trailing by 8. And it seems now, of course, trailing by 8. That missed extra point by Taylor Rowan earlier in the night
still
is
big.
huge.
Yep, it is huge.
But then, with the way this Rattler defense has been going tonight, you never know. Rowley drops back, fires over the middle for Orton. Orton stopped when he should have kept going, and that fell incomplete. 2nd and 10.
He's darn lucky that Virgil Gray didn't pick that ball off.
Yeah, Gray's been all over the field tonight for the Rattlers, and
so has McCullough. McCullough's really been all over the field,
Marquise
too.
Floyd, too.
Yep.
Those 3 guys are having a great night out there. But there's still a long way to go. Orton again, the motion man at the top of the screen. Rowley drops back, fires it. He's got his man at the 10 out to the 14, and that's going to be Tompkins, close to a first down.
It is. No, 3rd down. Calling the 3rd, but with one to go.
All right, so like you said, he was close, but not quite. So 3rd and 1 at the 14. And this will be a great time for that Rattler defense just to firm up and see what they can do here. Tompkins, the motion man. Himes at the top, Orton at the bottom. Rowley drops back. Quick hitter over to Orton. He's got the first down. Gets out to the 24-yard line where Marquise Floyd presses him against the board. It's a gain of 10 and a first down for Spokane.
And you see Rowley's he's not trying to go deep on the Rattlers. He's got burnt already tonight.
Seems like the short passing game is being effective right now for Spokane as they're working their way down the field with that, but haven't really seen a whole lot of deep throws. Rowley drops back, has some time, fires it for Himes about 3 rows too high, and that's incomplete.
Yeah, if he doesn't have a shot, he's just throwing it away.
He's just, handing out some free souvenirs. But that's the thing, is it seems like Rowley's passes, they're either right where they need to be or they're floating too high. And you leave a floater for too long, that still stays in the field of play. Virgil Gray, Vince Hill, Marquise Floyd, they're looking for another one.
What were you talking about, a pink stripe on the ball? I don't see anything.
Nope, apparently there is not a pink stripe on the ball. We can discuss that in a minute. Rowley drops back, flag thrown, and that is behind his receiver, incomplete. That's probably going to be on Arizona for an illegal defense. Interestingly enough, as the snap happened, Rowley was already signaling for the penalty.
Yeah, he was.
All right, so the Rattlers give up a first down as Kevin McCullough was moving towards the line of scrimmage when he shouldn't have been.
Just got the attendance tonight, 7,100. 7,105.
And we've seen games before here on Saturdays that have been almost 10,000.
10,000, exactly.
Orton, the man in motion. Rowley drops back, looking left. He's got Tompkins, but it was broken up by Pittman. And I tell you, Pittman got the hand up there. Otherwise, Tompkins would have had the ball on a screen plus a blocker ahead of him, and that could have been trouble for the Rattlers.
Yeah, 7,100 is pretty pathetic for the first playoff game.
Not the number you expected to hear.
But Arizona fans like Saturday nights, let's just say that.
So 2nd and 10 at the 21, 8:40 to go in the third quarter. Rowley drops back, fires it. He's got Tompkins, and Tompkins gets run over for the second time tonight. This time Marquise Floyd does the honors, and he gets out to the Arizona 18, a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 7. And again, the Rattlers have got to find a way to clamp down on 3rd down. So Spokane needs the 11 in order to keep this drive going.
Let's see some pressure up here by the defensive line.
They've been getting a lot of it tonight, but not been hitting Rowley lately. Himes, the man in motion.
There
Rowley
we go.
running backwards, running for his life. Fires it for Himes, and he got it for a touchdown.
And there's a flag down. Could the flag be holding?
We hope it's holding, because that would take the touchdown off the board.
It is. I think it's going to be holding.
Wow, that would be a huge call at this
Let's
point.
see.
Nope.
Man. I thought for anything, for sure it was going to be holding because of the
spot of the flag.
Not only the spot of the foul, but the pressure that defensive line put on the, on the offensive line.
Yep. So Spokane is lined up to go for a PAT. Try and make this a 1-point game. Rowan misses last one.
Yeah, let's watch him here, though. Because if he misses it here,
that'd be huge. Kick is up. It is good. 21-20 midway through the third quarter. Let's take a timeout here. This is Pro Sports Broadcasting on Nifty.
Rattler fans, it's time for the Old Country Buffet free meal pass giveaway. Please welcome our Meals on Wheels delivery team. Of the Rat Pack and the OCBs that drive out free Old Country Buffet meal passes to one lucky row of Rattler fans. Prepare to be treated if you are seated in section 109, row 13. Congratulations, the Rat Pack is on the way with free meal passes, compliments of Old Country Buffet, the dining choice of your Arizona Rattlers.
Back at the U.S. Airways Center in Phoenix, Spokane scores a touchdown. It's 21-20 with 7.5 to go in the third quarter. And I tell you, so far tonight, a lot of interceptions, turnovers, fumbles on both sides. Again, this is an ugly, gritty game, and I'll be honest with you, I would be surprised at this point if the winner of this game has more than 42 on the board.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but, we've watched Davila all year long. This by far is the worst game I've seen him play. He doesn't seem in control of his team. He's not taking, now, it doesn't really seem like he is taking what the defense is giving him, and he's trying to force things.
He's trying to jam square pegs in the round holes, and it's just not working.
So, the only good thing about this is the Rattlers still carry a 1-point lead. There's still plenty of time left, and let's see what they can do here.
Because unfortunately, the defense may not be able to carry them all night long.
Well, we got Virgil Gray.
And he's back to return this kick. Nice clean bounce. Gray outside going to his left, going to the 5. Gets wrapped up there. Nice tackle by Marquise Charles, the recently signed player out of Utah State. He limits Gray to a return of about 3 yards, and that's where the Rattlers start on their own 3, but back that up to about the 1.5 after that personal foul for roughing the passer. So it's going to actually be at the 2 to start this drive.
All right. Well, they got to turn it around. They got to turn it around right here. You know, they got to start. I mean, there's plenty of time in this game. And the way we're talking, you would think that Arizona was losing, but they're actually winning. But
it's only by a point. It's only the playoffs, and it's last year's defending champs, so really nothing's feeling too safe. Davila there with a nice pass to Gathers. Spins away from a tackler. He does get out to the 17-yard line. That's going to be a 15-yard gain if it stands.
There is a penalty. Roughing the passer.
So it's going to be 10 yards on top of that. So the Rattlers are going to have the ball on Spokane side of the field on just one play there. It's going to be at the Spokane 23 after 15 yards by Gathers and 10 more for the penalty.
All right, let's see what they can do here. Maybe that blow to the head will wake Davila up. I hate to say that, but Davila has not had his best night. I mean, this is one of the worst games I've seen him play all year. So, you know, you never know when he takes a hit like that. Maybe it'll go ahead and say, you know what, I'm going to get you guys now.
Oh, he's going deep.
Well, there's a penalty right there. Come on.
No flag is thrown.
There should have been a flag thrown. The guy was pushed right in the middle there. The ball's in the air. What's that?
Approximately 7,000 people called that penalty except for one of the 5 guys in stripes that counts. That was incomplete for Jackson, 2nd down and 10.
I don't understand that play. I mean, that was definitely pass interference.
Now when you get a two-hander to the back like that, surprised. So 2nd and 10 at the Spokane 23. Jackson again the motion man. And I think Spokane got a little bit of a jump, and now Williams just ran over Davila instead of stopping at the whistle.
Right, and he should have stopped at the whistle. And I'm surprised that they don't get another call.
Well, there's 2 flags down on the play here, one on the near side, one on the far side.
You know, Spokane has taken some shots tonight on the Arizona players. And I'm very serious when I say I hope this wakes Davila up, because I want to see him now take it in there and let's score a touchdown right here.
Well, there's that long-standing phrase in football that you're not in the game until you take your first hit.
Yep.
Davila fires it. He's got Reed. Reed fights his way inside the 10. He's got a first down.
Now that was a good pass. Maybe it is waking him up a little bit. You know, Arizona goes on and wins this game, and I think you have to ask that in post game. You know, when you took that hit, it seemed like it woke you up.
It's kind of like giving a boxer smelling salts.
Or me smelling salts.
Whatever works.
Actually, I think that put me to sleep.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 just outside the 10. Keller's the motion man. Flag down. It's going to be a pass to Booker, the tight end. He hangs on to it, gets undercut by Marsh.
Actually, I think that's offsides on Gathers. Yeah, I think he was.
Gathers was a little bit too eager to get over the line of scrimmage there before the ball was snapped.
Yeah.
Bad mental mistake.
Yeah, that was easy to call, that one.
So that's going to set the Rattlers back, and it's going to make it 1st down and 20 from the 21. Because if the high motion man goes offside, that's going to be 10 yards as opposed to just your traditional false start for 5. So Rattlers are backed up close to midfield here. Geller's on the bottom, Reed in the middle. Jackson, the motion man, circling around now. Davila drops back. He's got time. He fires for the end zone for Reed. He caught it. Did he hang on? Yes, he did. Kerry Reed, what a catch. Touchdown Rattlers.
That was a great catch. I didn't think he had a prayer to pull that one in. That was not a good throw by Davila. He just rescued. He saved Davila on that play.
Second look on it right now. Reed used the boards for some leverage. He just wrestled that away from Terrence Sanders. Kerry Reed wanted that ball more, and it showed. 27-20 Arizona lead. Witsack on for the PAT. Snaps good, kicks up. Good. 8-point lead for the Rattlers. 4:03 to go in the third quarter. 28-20. And let's take a timeout here. This is Pro Sports Broadcasting on Nifty.
Hey, nice man. Hope to see you after the game at Coach and Willie's, the Rattlers post-game playoff party headquarters.
It's contest time on the carpet. Time for tonight's Rattlers obstacle course. Let's meet our two fleet-footed contestants now. In lane number 1, say hello to AJ. And in lane number 2, please welcome Devin. All right, contestants, if you're ready, on your mark, get set, and go. They go through the tires, then over the obstacle. One person's lost the shoe already. Now around the cones. AJ with the slide. Let's see how they go to the end zone. They pick up the football and on their way back. Here comes Devin, here comes AJ, and it's going to be without shoes. Devin is our winner. Congratulations, you just won a Rattler prize pack. And thank you for playing the Rattlers obstacle course.
Again, the U.S. Airways Center. It is 28-20. Arizona with the lead. Kerry Reed out-wrestled Terrence Sanders with the ball in the end zone, and that's why Arizona is up by 8 right now. And like I said, he wanted it more.
That was a great catch. Like I said, he bailed Davo out on that one because it looked like Davo overthrew Reed. And it was almost like he caught it out of bounds, too. You know, fans were out of bounds when he caught that ball. So it was a great catch.
Yep, indeed it was, and that's what you like to see. You like to see players who keep putting forward that effort. Fans are on their feet, and the rally towels are flying now. It's like, hey, there's an 8-point lead with 4 minutes to go in the third. And you know what? These fans are starting to get energized. It was one of the keys to victory I had tonight was get the crowd into it.
I remember that one.
Yes, you did.
And you know what? I even have an Energizer battery right here.
Insight you'll find nowhere else. All right. Richard Dodd Masters back to receive the kick. Witzak hammers it deep. It's off the...
That's off the Casino Arizona overhang.
Off the awning, ball at the 5 on a touchback. So now the question is, defense has done a pretty good job tonight holding Spokane to 20 points in 42 minutes of play. That's impressive. The question is, how much more does this defense have left in the tank?
They got a lot left in the tank.
Because there's still a long fourth quarter ahead. You never know.
This is a good defense. How much does the offensive line have in the tank for Spokane?
Many questions. Tennell, the man in motion. Rowley drops back, fires it deep, going for Himes. Too far. Vince Hill with good coverage, no flag, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. I hate to say, I think that's the first time Spokane has actually thrown a ball tonight deeper than 30 yards.
Until the pickoff by Virgil Gray, I think.
Yeah.
You know, that was the last time when Virgil Gray wanted to pick and they went off. Am I correct?
Yeah. I think that would be it. So Himes on the bottom, Tennell on the top, Marquis White, the man in motion. Rowley drops back, fires it going for White. He bumps into Virgil Gray and it's incomplete.
Right, and they called it inadvertent. That wouldn't have been pass interference.
Now it's 3rd and 10 on the Spokane 5, and I tell you, it looks like Spokane has converted their last 3 third down attempts. The Rattlers have got to find a way to force a stop and force it into 4th down in a really sticky part of the field.
Are you surprised right now that Spokane came out with 2 deep passes when they haven't really tried it all game?
Yeah, just to keep the defense honest. White the motion man, Rowley dropping back. He's got time, fires a floater for White, incomplete. And Virgil Gray, again, there all night, deflects it away. Now it's 4th down.
Now what are you going to do?
Well, if you're Spokane, you gotta just keep in mind, it's only 10 yards is what you need. A field goal is going to be very difficult from this spot in the field, so they got to go for it.
Now what you do is watch the underneath.
Yep. Fans are loud. They're on their feet. The towels are going.
This is
what you need.
This is huge.
Indeed it is. 4th and 10 on their own 5-yard line. White the motion man. Rowley drops back. Has some time. Pumps, fires. Incomplete. Vince Hill on the defense. It was intended for Himes. He couldn't get there. And then Rowley shoves Kevin McCullough after the fact. No flag there. But either way, it's the 5th defensive stop of the night.
Look at Rowley. He's all wound up, isn't he?
He is all wound up, and the Rattlers now have incredible field position on the Spokane 5.
Oh, now they just called a penalty on the coach?
But that's got to be...
No, it's a
sideline warning. Okay, no big deal.
Okay.
But that's 4 and out. 4 straight incompletions there from Rowley. So now the Rattlers couldn't cash in with great field position earlier tonight when they got the ball back.
I know why the coach was upset, because the quarterback pushed McCullough. Right.
I guarantee you this, Rattlers score a touchdown here, he's going to go from upset to real happy in about 2 plays.
Yep.
So, 1st and goal at the 5. Jackson, the motion man for Arizona. Pitch to Odie. Here comes the Express.
Come on, Odie.
Jumping over
Hit him. There it is.
2-2. Touchdown, Rattlers.
Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo. There he is.
Antoine Marsh was on the bottom of the pile there. And wow.
The Odie Express, baby.
Yeah, second look at that one. Here comes the Odie Express. Antoine Marsh tries to stop him. No. 2 other guys try and stop him. No. Touchdown, Odie. 34-20. Rattlers up 14 with a PAT coming.
There you go, baby. There you go. Let's get this PAT. Let's make it 15.
Well, that is how you cash in a turnover. Kick is up. 15-point lead with 39 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Arizona 35, Spokane 20. Let's take a break. Pro Sports Broadcasting on Nifty.
Hey, night man, it's towel time. Let's whip those towels around. Let them see the stick man.
Back at the US Airways Center, the Rattler defense held Spokane on 4 straight incompletions. They got the ball at the 5 and toot. The Odie Express rumbles into the end zone for a touchdown. 35-20. The Rattlers have a 15-point lead in what has been a sloppy, ugly game. Plenty of penalties, a bunch of turnovers. I think we've seen 6 of them so far tonight. But the Rattlers have the lead where it counts. Witzak hammers it deep. Back to return it is Terrence Sanders.
And that went off the overhang again.
Yep. So, this is where Spokane started its last drive. This is where Spokane ended its last drive. So now being down 15 with the final minute of the 3rd quarter coming up here, maybe it changes Spokane's mindset just a little bit. But there's still plenty of time.
You know what I'm looking for right now?
What are you looking for?
Kevin McCullough.
See what Chainsaw can do. Rowley drops back, fires it too far for Tompkins. Vince Hill runs him over right after the ball got there. And I tell you, the defensive backs for the Rattlers are spot on tonight.
They have been excellent, yes.
Usually you talk about...
I mean, the whole defense has been great, and that's one of the things we said right before, and that's the end of the third quarter.
35-20, Rattlers lead it. 1 quarter to go tonight. Let's take a break. This is Pro Sports Broadcasting on Nifty.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the AFL's hottest dancers, the Arizona Rattlers Winders. The Arizona Rattlers Winders. Presented by
Back at the U.S. Airways Center, fourth quarter about ready to get going here. Arizona leads at 35-20. As we've mentioned all night, ugly game. Each team with 3 turnovers. 18 penalties have been whistled so far tonight. And I tell you, you would be surprised to hear that the Rattlers' leading receiver is Kerry Reed. 5 catches, 74 yards and a score. On the other side of the ball, it's Randy Himes, number 12 for Spokane. 11 grabs, 94 yards, 2 scores. And I tell you, Marquis White making his return to the Spokane Shock has been really held in check. 1 catch, 5 yards for a 6'7" whiteout.
And again, let's watch this Arizona Rattlers defense. They've been great all night. I'm looking for McCullough to do something here.
Well, Orton's the man in motion. Rowley drops back. Firing it deep, too far for Orton. That's going to be incomplete. And no flag for a little push there that Orton gave Floyd. Nothing in the backfield either, so now it's going to be 3rd and 10. And for those of you counting along at home, Rowley has now thrown half a dozen incompletions in a row. Spokane has been stuck on the 5-yard line now for a series and a half. Question is, can the Rattler defense again hold and force another stop? Because they're 2 plays away from getting excellent field position.
Yep.
Tompkins the motion man. Rowley drops back, fires over the middle, tipped, and it's incomplete.
And guess who's there?
Virgil Gray. He had a hand on it, was going for Tompkins, so that's incomplete. 7 in a row misfired there for Kyle Rowley. 4th and 10 from the 5 again.
Well, what this defense has done to the Spokane quarterback is really shaking him up. He doesn't know where they're coming from.
Nope.
They know that the line, you can't stop him, and he's trying to get rid of it. He's trying to throw deep passes now, short passes. Nothing's working.
4th and 10 on the 5. Spokane really needs a completion here. Rowley drops back, fires it for Orton. Too far!
Ooh.
Deflected away by Marquise Floyd. And the Rattlers get the ball at the 5, but there's a flag and a quarterback down.
And that'll mean
the first down for roughing the passer.
Yeah, roughing the passer.
Well, if that's the only way Spokane is getting first downs, then they are in serious trouble at this point.
And that is the only way they're getting first downs.
Because keep in mind, that is now 8 consecutive misfires for Kyle Rowley.
And you know what? I don't want to see the Arizona defense stop. I want to see him still put him on his back.
Nope. Orton, the man in motion. Rowley drops back, fires one up for Orton. He's got
Guy's
some
wide
space,
open.
and he makes the catch in front of Floyd.
Wide
Touchdown,
open.
Spokane. 35-yard touchdown makes it a 35-26 game. And I tell you, now this extra point is going to be ginormous for the Shock. If Taylor Rowan misses this one, he may be walking home. It's going to be 35. It'll still be a 9-point game, which would be a 2-possession game.
They're going to go for 2 points here. I think they're going for 2 points.
Well, whatever they're going to do, they better do it quick because they've only got 6 seconds left on the play clock. And Rowley's now reset. There it goes.
No, I just reset it.
Yep. So 35-26, Arizona with the lead. Spokane will go for 2 here. 12:20 and counting left in the game.
Huge play right here.
If the Rattler defense can hold, it's going to be big. Orton, Tennell, and Tompkins, your receivers. Rowley drops back. Gets hit. Hello.
Yeah, but it's no blow to the head, baby.
No, Rowley ducked down and Glasper just decapitated him. Now McCullough just pushed him down after the play.
But that was after the play.
Exactly.
But that's after the play. Go ahead, baby.
That should be enforceable on the next play from scrimmage.
I'll tell you what, that quarterback, Rowley, he's a crybaby. And he's an instigator, by the way. So I'm not quite sure if they should actually give a penalty. I think they should give a penalty to both of them.
Kind of like what you do for diving in soccer.
Exactly.
I mean, he's getting almost restrained by the neck by his coach.
Right.
Wow.
No flag.
So the try is no good. It's a 9-point lead. And Kevin McCullough, you said you've been waiting for him.
And as you see it down here, they're starting
Still
up
John.
again. We're going to keep it right here.
Yeah,
There's
Vince,
John going.
Vince
I'm telling
Hill
you what, there
Guess
probably
who?
will be a Donnybrook before this game is over.
Remember, it's a 9-point lead for the Rattlers. If they can somehow maybe get that to about 20, yeah, you never know. So the defensive line makes a big play and plants Kyle Rowley into the turf.
And why did they pick the flag up? Because they're saying that Rowley was the one who started it. Is that correct?
That could very well be what it is. So either way, we'll let the hostilities kind of cool off for a minute. There is a timeout on the field. We will take it as well. Rattlers with a 9-point lead, 35-26, 12:06 to go in the fourth. This is Pro Sports Broadcasting on Nifty.
The time of the Rattlers Kick to Win contest. And here's your host, Shannon of the Rat Pack.
Thanks, Jeff. Let's meet tonight's contestant, Michael. Okay, Michael, if you can kick a field goal from the 10-yard line, you will win 2 tickets to see Sade and John Legend on September 2nd, right here at the U.S. Airways Center. Okay, let's go ahead and set up the team. Fans, a little bit of encouragement. Whenever you're ready.
Back at the U.S. Airways Center, 35-26. Arizona leads Spokane. Shock scored a touchdown, and their quarterback was promptly destroyed on a 2-point conversion. As I believe that was Kyle Harrington, who came up the middle unabated and just flattened Rowley and separated his helmet from his head.
Right, and Rowley was complaining that he was hit in the head. Well, you know what? It's because he ducked.
Exactly. He ducked into it to try and get the call, and the referees did not buy it. And again, yapping, pushing, shoving after the facts. So we know these two teams don't like each other, and in 12 minutes, one of their seasons will end.
Yes, that's true.
Now, Spokane's going to kick this off. Do you maybe suspect an onside kick?
Yes.
Could you see out there White, Tennell, Orton? I see a bunch of hands, guys. This might be an onside-er.
There it is.
It is. It is loose. It is picked up.
And they do get it.
Spokane got it back. Brandon Tompkins gets the ball back on the onside kick. I think it hit McCullough in the hands, but he was not able to reel it in.
But the refs are talking. Well, they're not quite sure if it went far enough.
Let me look where the ball is and look where they're standing. If Arizona didn't touch that ball, then that's illegal touching on Spokane. Shocker celebrating like they got it back.
But I think Arizona touched it first.
Marquise Floyd is pointing the other way.
Yeah. Usually you throw a flag down on that.
Well,
but I'm not quite sure.
he
Let's see
had
what they say.
Yeah.
It was illegal touching.
There you go. So illegal touching, which this actually burned Spokane last week in their game against Jacksonville to end the regular season, because as soon as they got nailed for illegal touching on an onside kick on the next play, the Sharks promptly rammed it down their throats with a touchdown. You think this might happen again?
I want to see it. You know what? I've liked the way Odie's run the ball tonight. I want him to just run over every single Spokane Shock player right now.
Yeah.
Just every one of them.
Well, I tell you, if you can run over 8 guys in one play, your name is either Odie Armstrong in the Arena Football League or Marshawn Lynch tearing through the New Orleans Saints last year in the playoffs. They called that run beast mode. It was probably one of the best runs in the history of the NFL.
I'll tell you what, there's a number of fans who are literally just standing up here. Don't have any idea why, but, there's still 12 minutes to go in this game.
Well, the referees are going to take a look at it here. Spokane may have thrown a challenge. But as it is right now, that ruling is illegal touching by Spokane. So we're going to see if the referees can figure this out. And we have not seen a replay here on Nifty, so we're not 100% certain. But if the call on the field is illegal touching, it better be conclusive to overturn it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for them to try to overrule these things because I don't think there's really people up in a video booth for the other team, is there? I don't think so.
No, it's basically you either get the feed of what we've got or the feed of any other television broadcast, if you will, and that's all you got to work with. But the question is, did the Rattlers touch the ball before it went 10 yards? If they did, it's Spokane's ball on the 7. On the 8, check that. If not, it's Arizona's ball on the 8.
Oh, the ref's pulling it off. Let's see what he's going to call here. He's getting ready to come out right now.
Yeah, Scott Vaughn going to make a rather important call in this game.
And here he comes.
After review, the ruling on the field stands.
There you go. There you go.
And that also cost Spokane a timeout as well, so that's the second time tonight they've challenged and blown it.
Yep.
So Arizona gets the ball on the 8-yard line, 12:01 to go in the game, a 9-point lead. And I tell you, a touchdown here, that might be enough of a margin to try and, make the Shock really have to try desperate things.
Got the ball actually on the 8-yard line. Yep, 8-yard line. Yeah, it's a little bit too far off for Odie, but you know what?
So Geathers on the top, Jackson and Reed on the bottom. See what the Rattlers do here. Geathers your motion man. Give to the Odie Express. He plows ahead to the 5, and it gets stuffed by half the team. He gets blown dead, even though he broke out of the pack. But he'll get forward progress to the 5, and as you saw there, one of the defensive linemen trying to punch the ball out of his hands and force a fumble. It's what you got to do in this part of the field. If you're Spokane, your back's against the wall and you're down by a bunch.
I don't know why I thought Odie'd be running it, but he did, right?
Well, look at it this way. It keeps the ball up the middle. It keeps the clock running.
Yep.
Jackson, your motion man on 2nd down. Davila drops back, looking, fires.
Oh, my God.
Jackson almost had it. He dropped it. Richard Don Masters almost intercepted for Spokane, and he dropped it too.
It was right in Jackson's hands. How could you drop that?
And how could Don Masters drop that for Spokane?
See, that's where you miss a guy like Rod Windsor. That's about the first time tonight. You also miss a guy like Trandon Harvey.
Yes. So it's 3rd and goal from the 6. So let's see what the Rattlers do here. Jackson, your motion man. Geathers on the top. Reed on the bottom. Drops back quick. Hitter back in the end zone. Reed, touchdown! Kerry Reed got it in the back of the end zone.
Right out through the end zone.
And the Rattlers are up by 15 points with 10.5 to go.
And let's see what happens here. Let's make sure we get the Let's keep on piling on the points. Let's get this kick.
Well, it's an important kick, too, as we take a second look. Reed back of the end zone was there. He just got behind the defense of Terrence Sanders, and that's the touchdown. So, now, if Witzak can hit this extra point, it's going to be a 16-point game, which he does. Now it's 2 touchdowns and 2-point conversions for Spokane to tie this.
Yep.
10:04 to go. Rattlers up by 16. This is Pro Sports Broadcasting on Nifty.
And direct your attention now to Red TV.
Back at the U.S. Airways Center, 10:04 to go. Arizona leads Spokane 42-26. Kerry Reed with another touchdown catch. That's 3 for him tonight. I tell you, Kerry Reed was a receiver who seemed to be buried on the depth chart behind Windsor and Gethers and Harvey. I tell you, he's really coming into his own lately.
He's played a great game, and the times that we've seen him this year, he actually has played pretty good. Tonight, he's actually bailed out his quarterback. Because I'm sure if you asked Davila tonight, this was not your best game.
No. So as it stands right now, 10:04 left. I tell you, the Rattler defense maybe needs one more good stop here. And keep in mind, too, that Rowley's has gone ice cold for Spokane, only hitting 1 of his last 9 passes. Off the net, it's going to be Sanders out to the 5, to the 10. Vince Hill is there, knocks him down at the 12, and we have 2 flags thrown at the 1-yard line for an illegal block in the back.
Yeah.
Back that up, Spokane ball at the 6. So Spokane is going to be in a very familiar spot at about the 5 or 6 yard line. That's where their last 2 drives pretty much bogged down. And with the exception of the roughing the passer penalty, they have not done anything in about 5 minutes in this game.
Now.
Wait, check that. Actually, it's a spot foul, so it's going to be first and 10 at about just inside the 1. I tell you, the Rattler defensive line is smelling safety.
I just want to see what's going to happen here because, between Rowley and the defense, there could be a Donnybrook right here. Might be a bench-clearing brawl.
Think about how big a safety would be to make this an 18-point game. Rowley drops back, gets it away quickly. He's got it. It's a completed pass to the 9-yard line to Tompkins, and Spokane is backed off their own goal line. Check that. It was Marquis White making only his 2nd catch of the night.
Well, you know what? That type of play isn't going to do anything in this game except take time off the clock.
And that time is now down to 9:10 and running. But again, at least it keeps Spokane out of their own end zone and takes away the possibility of a safety. So 2nd and 2, Rowley with a rare completion here in the second half. Drops back, fires it. Oh my goodness, Vince Hill had it and dropped it. Number 6, oh my goodness.
It was right in his hands.
That's about the 2nd one tonight he's had actually just about hit him in the hands that he's dropped. So 3rd down and 2 coming up here. Spokane gets new life because let's be honest here, if Hill picks that off and the Rattlers cash it in, the shock season is over.
Man, even Dave Isaac could catch that one.
3rd and 2 on the 9. Spokane really needs to pick this up here. Rowley drops back. He does have time, fires it for Himes. It's incomplete, and it's going to be 4th down and 2. 8 minutes and ticking left in the Spokane season.
You got to shaken up.
Yeah, Himes kind of got twisted around there with the defensive back, Courtney Smith, and he's slow to get up. So while Himes gets looked at here, we'll take a quick break. It'll be 4th and 2 for Spokane when we come back. 8:04 to play in the 4th quarter, and the Rattlers are up 42-26. This is Pro Sports Broadcasting on Nifty.
Your player from shot number 12, Randy Himes. Ninth man, direct your attention now to Rat TV for tonight's Saturday Technologies hit of the game.
Back at the U.S. Airways Center, Randy Himes walks off under his own power. There's your hit of the game. And that was Glasper running over Kyle Rowley on the two-point conversion. Tyree Glasper got through and pounded Kyle Rowley.
And he deserved it. He's been whining like a little baby all night.
Now with Randy Himes going off, that knocked Spokane's top receiver out of the game for a little bit here. He had 11 catches through 3 quarters. Nobody else had more than 5. That's a pretty critical loss. And if Spokane doesn't convert 4th and 2 here on their own 9-yard line with 8:04 to go, they may be heading back home with their season over, which is fine by me.
Yep.
So this is it. Fans are up, towels are waving. It's getting loud in here. What does Rowley have up his sleeve? Because again, he's only hit 2 of his last 11 passes. If there's ever a time you don't want to go ice cold, folks, this is it as an AFL quarterback.
We're still waiting for the, there we go. Commercial's over.
Orton's going to be your motion man. White on the bottom, Tompkins on the top. Here it is. Quick hitter, deflected, picked by McCullough. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rattlers!
And who was it?
Kevin McCullough. Chainsaw just buzzed the Spokane Shock season into wood chips.
There it was. That's it, baby.
7.5.
Kevin McCullough. What did I say? He's going to come up sometime big tonight, right?
It don't get bigger than a 4th down stop and a pick 6. There's the replay. McCullough runs into the end zone, and it's pretty safe to say the Rattlers have run their way into the National Conference title game next week right here against Chicago.
I'm ready.
So Witzak's on for the extra point. It's going to be a fake. It's an inside toss to Booker. And as he, whoa, he almost got in. Harris with an inside shovel pass. John Booker went head over heels. Holy cow!
I think Spokane's really upset about that one because they're like, what are they trying to do?
Let's look at a replay of this. He tried to jump. He got chipped underneath him. Lands on his head a little bit short, but wow. To have a guy the size of John Booker, 6'4", 315, take flight.
Yeah.
Holy Christ. 48-26, Rattlers by 22, even though the deuce is not good. Let's take a break. That was pretty neat. This is Pro Sports Broadcasting on Nifty. Back at the U.S. Airways Center, it is 48-26. Arizona leads, 6:59 to go. And I tell you, the Rattlers tried to go for two to make it 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions for the Shock, as Harris with the inside shovel pass to John Booker. John Booker head over heels and almost got in.
Yeah, but let's take it back to Kevin McCullough. Hey, there he is again. I mean, pass gets blocked a little bit, tip. Kevin McCullough right there.
Well, there's a kickoff. Sanders is back to return it for Spokane. Tries to go to the middle of the field, runs into his own man, still bounces off, and gets dragged down by the jersey by Glenn Fox at the 7-yard line. And yet again, Spokane has terrible field position to start another drive.
Well, how about it? You know, it's been the defense all night.
And the special teams as well. You know, McCullough's got a touchdown on the interception return. You know, he's been out there with some good hits. Vince Hill with some hits. Virgil Gray with some hits. Remember, Marquise Floyd forced a fumble and recovered it on Himes in the end zone. Virgil Gray kicked 6. I tell you, Spokane with 26 points is shockingly low. So, 1st and 10 at the 9. Tennell, the man in motion. It's going to be the backup quarterback is in there. Tennell actually makes the catch and gets to midfield. It's a gain of 16. The backup quarterback is in now. That's Stephen Sheffield under center.
Yep. This defense has actually run another quarterback. Adding them up this year.
Yep. But I tell you, this is actually the best field position Spokane has had in the second half, starting to play outside of their own 15-yard line. Sheffield drops back, pumps, fakes, fires. He's got his man. That's going to be Tennell again to the 15. Tries to break away from a tackler, but he doesn't get away from Courtney Smith. And that's where he's going to be stopped at the Arizona 16. So it's a gain of 9, and Spokane's finally starting to show some forward progress down the field. But with 5.5 and ticking going left in the game here, sounds like a case of too little too late there.
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, Spokane wants to try to get back in there. You better take shots in the end zone just about every play.
Or sometimes changing your quarterback might be what you need. Flag is thrown. Play is blown dead. I think we have a false start.
Yeah, it is. It's on Spokane.
I think Pino may have moved a little bit early there. Yep, it's actually an offside on Greg Orton, the motion man. So now instead of 2nd and 1, it's 2nd and 11. That is a terrible penalty to take if you're Spokane. It's one of those mentally undisciplined penalties. You got to know where you are. 2nd and 11, 5 minutes to go in this one. Rattlers by 22. Sheffield drops back, flushed out of the pocket. Tries to run again. He does not get away. And Taj Hawthorne wraps him up, throws him down. Sack.
Another quarterback complaining, I was taken down too hard.
I was taken down too hard. That's going to be a loss of 5 on that play with the sack. 3rd and 16 now. It seems like the Spokane Shock are going in reverse.
I think Spokane might as well pack it up right now.
There's 2 directions they're going, in reverse and full speed ahead to the offseason. 3rd and 16 on the 19-yard line. Sheffield under center. Rowley's out of the game. Sheffield drops back, fires it for Orton. He's got it at the 15, to the 10, to the 5, gets around a defender, touchdown.
Okay, don't celebrate too much, guys. Don't celebrate too much.
So it's a 31-yard touchdown pass. It's 48-32, 4:05 and counting to go. So Spokane is going to line up to try and get the PAT, which at this point, when you know, if you're down 16 or 15, does it really make a big difference?
And you know what's going to be coming up on the next play on the kickoff.
Okay, Rowan hits. It's 48-33 with 3:48 left in regulation. So we will take a quick timeout here and wait for Spokane's onside kick. This is Pro Sports Broadcasting on Nifty.
Party headquarters. Meet up with fellow Rattler fans and talk about tonight's game at Coach and Willie's after tonight's game. Ninth man, direct your attention now to Rap TV. Hey, Ninth man, it's time to pump it up. Top of the fist pump, Cam. All right, nice man. You know what to do. Well, let's see fist pumping on Rat TV.
Left to go on this one. Spokane gets a big touchdown to Greg Orton of 31 yards. It's 48-33, and if you don't expect the Spokane onside kick, well, you just do. So
yeah, I would say so.
Well, you look at who's up there. You've got Geathers, Fox, the OD Express, Chainsaw McCullough, Marquise Floyd, Vince Hill, and Kerry Reed up there. Chris Jackson's back deep in case they try and pooch it or squib it or something. But you got a pretty good hands unit and two blockers out there to try and get this ball back for the Rattlers. There's the onside kick. It is recovered by Arizona at the 7-yard line.
Yep.
Marquise Floyd on the recovery. So first and goal on the 8. 3:45 left. One more score for the Rattlers.
Take a little bit more time off the clock. What do you think? Or just put the ball in there?
At this point, you know what? You get the touchdown, you go up by 22. And especially, too, I mean, the clock's running already at this point, 3:35 and counting. And we have another flag thrown.
And who's that on?
I don't know. It's on, let's see. It's not delay. It's not a false start. Encroachment. There's an incredibly bad penalty by Spokane. So instead of it being first and goal from the 8, now it's first and goal from the 4. And
yeah,
well,
it's almost a 3 1/4.
Yeah, 3 1/2.
3 1/4.
Yeah.
3 3 3/4. What do you think, Dave Isaac? 3 3/4.
3 3/4. Okay. First and goal from somewhere near the 4-yard line. Odie up the middle. Odie to the goal line. Did he get in? No.
No, he's not in, but he's about the 1.5-yard line.
So Odie for 2. Second and goal. About the 1.5-yard line.
Actually, wouldn't that be like 2
It's actually
2 1/4?
Yeah, well, fun with fractions. Fun with fractions, folks. So
we're just having a little bit of fun here with 2:40 to go.
And a 15-point lead in the ball on the 1-yard line. Maybe at this point, the quarterback sneak and let Davila rush it in.
No, I don't want to get him hurt.
Don't want to risk the handoff either.
Yeah.
Booker in motion. Give
Odie.
the OD Express.
He's
Toot,
in.
toot, end zone. Touchdown, Rattlers.
Wood, wood. Wood, wood. Wood, wood.
So Odie hits the end zone for the second time tonight. 54-33. PAT coming. Clock running. 2:15 and going.
Yeah, you know, this has not been the best game the Rattlers have played all year, right? I think it's still, even though they've scored, they've come back in this game. They've got a lot of things to work on for next week. I expect a much cleaner game next week.
Whitsack with the PAT kick. It is good. And that's 55-33. Rattlers up by 22. 1 minute and 49 seconds left in the Spokane Shock season. I like saying that. Let's take a timeout. This is Pro Sports Broadcasting on Nifty.
Monday night, man. It's towel time. With those towels around in these final 2 minutes of play, let's see a welcome crowd in the Snake Pit.
Back in the U.S. Airways Center, 1 minute and 49 seconds left in Spokane season. We will be having new champions in the Arena Football League in 2011. That's all you really got to say. Odie punches it in from a yard out, his second rushing touchdown of the night. The Rattlers are also a minute 49 away from posting the second 22-point win over the Shock this month. Kicks into the slack net. Dodd Masters tries the return. Gets out to the 5, the 10.
Nope.
Flag is thrown.
There we go. Actually, 2 flags.
Well,
he could run it back all the way he wants. It's going to come back.
That's going to be an illegal block, and the referee signaling backwards. So, that's the kind of penalty you got to love.
Matter of fact, what you did, you saw Arizona even give up on it. Just let them run it.
Yeah, let him get his exercise in. So instead of the ball at the 5, it's going to be at about the 3-yard line for Spokane. And I tell you, well, pretty much it. Sheffield's still at quarterback, so Rowley's done for the night. 1:35 left in this one. You know what? Why wouldn't you want to see the defense get another turnover, maybe another McCullough pick 6, another interception of some sort? I mean, the Rattler defense has forced 4 turnovers tonight, plus blocked that field goal at the end of the half. They look great. Offense, yeah.
Right.
Sheffield.
Right, the defense
Quick
has
hitter
been
to Tunnell. Tunnell gets out to about the 10-yard line where he gets knocked down by Courtney Smith.
Yep. That defense, it's kind of funny how we brought that up at the beginning of the game because I wasn't quite sure. I didn't have the feel for it, but I was like, you know what? How about this defense? This defense has been phenomenal all year.
Well, we have a timeout on the field. We have 1 minute left in this one. 55-33 Rattlers lead. Let's step aside, and when we come back, we'll tell you about our next broadcast on August 6th. Pro Sports Broadcasting at 50.
Good news night, and we have the lead, and it's free t-shirt time. Seconds remain. Arizona with a 22-point lead. And as I mentioned before, the Rattlers will now be hosting the National Conference title game Saturday night, August 6th, 6 p.m. out here in Phoenix against the Chicago Rush. They have avenged one of their 1-point losses from the regular season. The only other team that dealt them a loss was Chicago. If the Rattlers can avenge that loss, then the Arena Bowl 24 is right here 2 weeks from tonight. You don't want to look too far ahead, but you know what?
1 game at a time.
Exactly.
1 game at a time.
So fans are on their feet, the towels are going, a few of them are leaving, and all the ones in orange are sitting down. So
I'm surprised they're even here.
Well, the whistle blows and we get ready to go here. Orton, the motion man. Sheffield, the quarterback. Drops back, looks to throw. Has time, pumps, finds a man over the middle. It's Tunnell, and he gets bumped off the ball by Courtney Smith. Incompletion, 55 seconds to go, and 3rd and 3 comes up for Spokane.
You know, What can they do? Why are they even trying a pass like that? I mean, everything's, as far as I'm concerned, everything's in the end zone now. You're 22 points down. You have to score touchdowns. You have 55 seconds to go.
Exactly. You've got to go deep, you got to go long, or you got to go for the sideboards, but still try that deep too. Sheffield drops back. He's got time. Now he's going to take off and run with it. Sheffield to the 15, the 20, and steps out of bounds before getting plastered by Vince Hill. He wisely avoids the tackle of Hill, but gets a first down.
You know, you can run all you want, but you can't hide. And this game's done.
So it's a 12-yard gain and a first down, just for those of you guys keeping stats at home. First and 10 from the Spokane 22, 49 seconds left in the Shock's reign as AFL champions. Tennell the motion man. Sheffield fires it over to Tompkins. Tompkins at midfield, cuts back inside, breaks through a couple of tackles, but gets knocked off his feet at the 21. And now we're going to have a timeout called by Spokane after about a 6-yard gain. And that's what we got. So Spokane calls a timeout. That's going to be their second of the half. Remember, they used their first one on that challenge for illegal touching. One timeout remains for them. And 40 seconds to go in the Spokane season. Horton the motion man. Sheffield drops back, fires it, and is picked off. The Rattler defense comes through. Again, Marquise Floyd still going, gets around Pino. He's breaking the open field, gets around Tompkins. He might go all the way, and he does! Exclamation point courtesy of Marquise Floyd. 61-33.
Unbelievable.
The Rattlers have the lead.
Unbelievable.
And Tennell is down on the field again. They're calling for the trainer out. Tennell is down looking for the trainer.
But what I'm looking at Kevin McCullough. He looks like he's shaken up too.
He just might be a little bit bent over and winded, we hope.
No, he's holding his arm.
He's holding his right elbow. Well, we look at this again here. Floyd with the interception, dodges one tackle, gets away from another one, keeps running down the field, gets away from Tompkins. And you see there where McCullough and Tennell got locked up before Floyd gets in the end zone and does a little electric boogaloo.
What?
A little electric boogaloo, little shimmy, little shake.
That was one of the worst dances I've ever seen. I mean,
he's a defensive back. He doesn't get to score him too often.
Dave Isaac can dance better than that. So, I'm telling you.
Apparently, we've also heard on the PA system it's under review as well. So let's see if that even was a catch and interception by Floyd, but McCullough seems to be okay. He's shaking it off. He's moving his arms around just fine. Tennell is still down on the 2-yard line. We just hope he's, not hurt too seriously.
All right.
Not saying that you hope he's hurt at all.
Yeah, we want him back next year so we can really beat him up.
But assuming this touchdown stands, it's a 28-point Rattler lead with 27 seconds left. And a PAT coming. So I think let's step away for a quick timeout while I tend to Tennell. We might as well. This Pro Sports Broadcasting on Nifty TV.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. The ball carrier is never down by contact. Therefore, by rule, he is allowed to get up and continue his progress. It will be first down, Arizona. Correction. Touchdown. Off the play.
Okay, ruling on the field was confirmed.
There you go, ref. But
Floyd was never
got
down.
it right. But
so the touchdown's good. It's a 28-point lead, and Tennell finally walks off under his own power, and we're glad for that.
Yep, we want him next year.
So Whitsack will come on for a PAT. And I tell you, at this point, the only thing that's, after a slow and really skunky start to this game, in terms of the offense, the Rattlers really turned it on in the second half.
And here they are, sitting at 61, going for 62 points.
Snap's good. Whitsack got it.
He's been perfect tonight.
The only missed PAT was the shovel pass from Harris to Booker, where he went head over heels. He almost got in too. But 62-33, 27 seconds left in a 29-point lead. Goodbye.
Salute your heroes. Let's go and rise for young.
27 seconds left, a 29-point Arizona lead. The Rattlers
See you down there.
are going to knock off the Spokane Shock. The defending champions will defend no more. The Rattlers host the National Conference title game Saturday night, August 6, 6 p.m. right here against the Chicago Rush. Rush bumped off Dallas 54-51 tonight. Jacksonville hosts the American Conference title game next Monday night against the winner of the Cleveland-Georgia game, that being played Sunday afternoon. Wow.
Are you a little worn out?
A little worn out, yeah. Whitsack hits this one in the slack net. It gets deflected in the first row, and it's going to be a touchback. So Spokane will get the ball one more time. But yeah. After the fact, remember this game at 62-33 right now. This was 21-13 at the half. Arizona outscored Spokane 41-20 in the second half. Remember, each team had 3 turnovers in the first half. This was, I thought this might have been the game where, like I said, hey, first one to 42 wins. Didn't think anyone was going to get to 62.
Yeah, 62. Yeah, but, it's all been the defense tonight. It's all defense. I mean,
special teams with Virgil Gray with the kick return for the touchdown. Can't discount that. Sheffield drops back. He fires it. That almost got picked off, but it's caught by the Shock. Can't see who it is that's on the near boards here. It was Randy Himes. Incidental gain of about 15 yards out to the 20. Yeah, make it the 21, give him 16.
I don't know what the coach is yelling at the quarterback for. What's the difference? You might as well you know what? You might as well kneel down, buddy. Just take it. Just go home.
The only problem, though, is if the ball doesn't go forward over the line of scrimmage, the clock stops. So we can't really kneel.
But I mean, some way to
just take the ball,
run it out,
throw some incompletions. Give the fans some souvenirs. Pass over to Orton. That's on the far side there. He's knocked down inbounds, and that should be just about enough to do it. Yep, that's going to do it for tonight. The Arizona Rattlers have knocked off the Spokane Shock in the first round of the playoffs, 62-33. They host Chicago Saturday night at 6 next week for the National Conference title. And that'll do it for tonight. We'll see you next week on Nifty. So long, everybody.